Ross Palombo was the first reporter
is live with the latest on the investigation.
Live with some new developments.
Palombo live with the latest.
Palombo is live with brand new information.
With the exclusive update.
He has new details on
Exclusive details.
Ross.
Linda, near this elementary school, our investigation found 2 high-risk sex offenders living far too close. And what the state is now going to do about that, something you'll see only on CBS 2.
And they have absolutely everything. They have water in case there's a fire on the Bay Bridge. They have tires in case there's a blowout. Of course, gas if someone runs out of gas. And every tow truck, of course, has a tow bar. This one is strong enough to lift a semi if absolutely necessary.
Jen, that victim's body was cut right in half. One half was left along I-10. The other was thrown into and hidden in this dumpster. Now, the dumpster is right behind a Denny's where the suspect worked. In fact, he was in uniform and on his way to work here when he was arrested.
And the flames around here are not the only problem. Take a look at this. You can see the smoke that's being caught up here in the light. It is getting thicker by the minute.
These killers were caught on tape, all in fact from this camera right here that faces the pumps. This Arco station has an elaborate system, and you can see back here how clear the picture is on their monitor. All of this tonight giving this devastated family at least some bit of hope.
This car gets as much as 60 miles to the gallon. But the problem is some people are paying as much as $10,000 over sticker price. $10,000 for the privilege of sitting behind the wheel of one of these things.
Drug bust, and this is something we have never seen before, something that is undetectable with x-rays.
Some terrifying moments for those kids and, of course, their families. Just take a look at the wreckage out here. At this moment, doctors are struggling to save her 6-month-old child. Says he did try to lure in a little girl over the internet. And new information, we'll get it out to you in this newscast. For now, though, that's the very latest live in Orange County.
The very latest live in San Clemente,
At Exposition Park,
in Anaheim,
Irvine,
LAX,
live in Sun Valley. I'm Ross Palombo, CBS 2 News.
Ross, you kind of wonder why they call it Sun Valley, don't you?
Absolutely, on a day like today.
Yeah, thanks, my friend.
Well, and 14 hours after this all began, and this is the dramatic front line still of this firefight. Some of these flames back here are reaching as high as 30 feet, and as intense as all this looks, these are just the fires firefighters themselves have lit. Backfires they hope will go east, all to stop the 1,500 acres of flames that are coming in this direction. Sundown now, and firefighters are still rising to this light, searching out the hot spots, trying to squelch this searing red glow before yet another fiery dawn.
We just got to stay alert and keep ready.
To battle it back, those at the front are fighting fire with fire, tossing out flares, throwing down live flames to stop this fiercely rolling red danger from descending this way.
We're just trying to keep it, this side of the 241.
It's a fine line they've been walking since 4 this morning. On one side, air assaults and firefighters trying to force back hundreds of acres of fire feeding on the Cleveland National Forest. On the other, thousands of nearby homes.
We get over there and then we got a real problem.
The coming problem is clear as day for Anaheim and Orange. Thick smoke has already subdued their skylines, an ominous gray sign stretching more than 50 miles.
It's still growing a little bit.
Firefighters say it is the hot temperatures, the high winds, the hard terrain that's still feeding this monster and slowing any serious move against it.
Yeah, it's really rough.
But nowhere near as rough as the ride will be for residents if it crosses the road.
We're just going to burn this area out and see what happens.
Again, you're looking live at dramatic backfire set here going up the ridge on the east side of the 241. And so far, these appear to be working. There have been no serious flames crossing the highway here yet. We have no estimate yet when all this will be over, but we are now just getting word that 2 elementary schools will be closed tomorrow as a precaution. They are the Anaheim Hill School and the Canyon Rim Elementary Schools. Those will be closed again all day long tomorrow. Of course, this is a developing story, and new information will get it out to you in this newscast. For now, though, that's the very latest live in Orange County. I'm Ross Palombo, CBS 2 News. Paul, for days the family has been afraid to come forward, afraid of retribution, but tonight with 2 suspects behind bars, they are telling their dramatic story, something you will see only on CBS 2.
I want my necklace back.
5-year-old Leslie still wearing the scars around her neck, still recovering from a shocking crime caught on tape.
It's hurt.
Thursday, she was sitting outside this market when someone drove up, got out, cruelly gripped her 2 gold necklaces, ripped them off, then ran.
What did you think?
I was scared.
This shocking sight seen not only in LA, but coast to coast. Nearly 30 tips quickly came in, leading police to track down this 92 gold Lexus and arrest its owner, 31-year-old Patricia Serrano. Within hours, they also tracked down the man who they say had the cruel touch. He is 18-year-old Julio Beltran.
It took approximately 24 hours from the time that this was aired up until the time we started getting tips and we had these suspects in custody.
They're both now facing felony robbery and child abuse charges for the pain, once again captured here on camera.
Yeah, I very happy for the film.
Tonight, the family is still too scared to show their faces. The father saying that no sentence for the suspects is too strong or too long.
Yeah, for a long time. No, I don't know, 5 years.
Well, police say the suspects pawned those necklaces for a ridiculously small amount of money. They haven't even been recovered yet. As for the suspects themselves, they are still behind bars. For now, that's the very latest live in Huntington Park. I'm Ross Palombo, CBS 2 News.
Ross?
Well, Harold, drivers aren't the only ones in the hot seats. Where the rubber really meets the road out here is back in the garages or back in the pits. The crews only have about 15 seconds to change 4 tires on a race car, and these things aren't light. Each tire weighs about 70 pounds, and I can tell you they aren't that easy to move. But tonight, car number 10 says it has found the right woman for the job.
It's just adrenaline. There's a lot going on.
Racing behind the roar of these engines, spinning tires far from the spectacle of any driving superstars, 22-year-old Nicole Addison.
When my helmet goes on to go over the wall, I'm just seriously one of the guys just doing my job.
But she is the first woman doing her job, jumping over the wall into the pit, bringing up the rear behind car number 10 while racing headfirst into NASCAR history.
Just letting other girls know that this is possible to do.
And it is intense. In less than 15 seconds, she loosens 6 lug nuts, tears off 70-pound treads, replaces the rubber, and shoots the tire screws back on.
There's a lot of pressure that goes with it all, but I guess that's what just motivates us more.
The biggest motivation out here, just to move out of the way. These cars coming through at 170 miles an hour can be deadly.
I try not to think about it. There's been some close calls just kind of when trucks are coming in and out, you know, but you're so focused on doing your job, it kind of passes your mind.
But in her mind always, knowing that she is not only part of the team, doing it right and doing it fast, but doing it first.
If you just have the will, the want, you know, just put your heart into it and anything can be possible.
Well, tonight's race is about to start. During the next 2.5 hours and 100 laps, each car will probably pull into the pits about 3 times and change out all their tires. Experts say that this small amount of time could either win them or lose them the race. New at 11 tonight, we'll let you know how car 10 did. For now, though, that's the very latest live in Fontana. I'm Ross Palombo, CBS 2 News.
Ross?
And this place has been open longer than most people have even been alive. As most people already know, it's a great place to see historic cameras. It was also once a great place to see stars like Marlon Brando, but now, like Brando and like these cameras, it will soon just be a memory.
It's an icon in the neighborhood.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then what they have developed here over the last 62 years speaks volumes.
It was just a great time. It was a great ride.
Diane Wallach has sold film and handed out photos at Studio City Camera Exchange for more than 3 decades. 37 years of close customer service, 37 years of watching the faces on the photos change.
We watched the kids grow up and go to school and college. And
you really watch them, literally.
We watch them literally.
And customers have watched this sign and its signature flashbulb light their way down Ventura Boulevard for more than half a century.
It is a landmark, actually.
Have been illuminated by owner Bernie Thorsch's historic cameras.
Some you don't see anymore.
Some so rare, the Smithsonian even tried to capture one for its collection.
Well, it's part of the landscape.
But now, because even old school shoppers like Barbara Kay are buying digital cameras and needing no film, no developing.
Film is a dying breed.
Time has finally caught up with the very store that since 1944
that picture's up there to prove it.
Has helped capture it.
I'm really sad to see it go.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Now there is nothing to do but perhaps take a photo of this already fading sign so it might fittingly last just a little bit longer.
It's the end of an era. This is the end of photography, sort of as we know it.
Well, this famous flash bulb is going to be going dark on February 28th. No one knows yet what's going to happen to this property. We do know, though, that they've already been offered $4 million for it. For now, it's your latest live in Studio City. I'm Ross Palombo, CBS 2 News.